Heyo, what's up, bitches? So we are back with more Final Fantasy 2 after a long time once again, and I have the same excuse to offer. Final Fantasy 5 Forge of Fiesta has taken over my life. So why the unscheduled stream, you ask, or not? Well, I'm probably not going to be able to stream tomorrow and on Friday, so I thought might as well just go ahead and stream today. Not that it matters a lot, but let me just do it whenever I have time, and I haven't played Final Fantasy 2 in a while, so at the very least, I wanted to get some Final Fantasy 2 in today. Even though I'm really tired, it's like 12 midnight here right now. Once again, I got stuck in traffic, lot of traffic, holy crap. So what's going on here is poor Dee finally got what was coming to her all game long. She thought she could just get away with, taking it easy, not putting in any effort, and she would just coast through the game with evasion tanking and her being solo. Turns out not to be the case. She got bit slapped by a red giant. So I guess it's all in a day's work for Dee. However, she does have a lot of tricks up her sleeve. How do we deal with the damn kickers who I wiped to like 3 times last time? Now this is the first. I'm quite surprised, but this is the first instance in the game where we are seeing why 678 HP for a solo character is not enough. And it's just gonna get worse from here. It's very clear to see that single target spells are our biggest worry right now. In fact, not biggest worry, the only worry. I don't think multi-target spells even can do that much damage, enough damage. Single target spells are doing like 300 or 400 damage. And she's just not able to either do enough damage or heal fast enough to, to have that not be a problem. What I mean to say is that is a very big problem, and okay, it seems that I sold the ancient sword, or did I? Does she have it equipped? Oh, she does have it equipped. So that's going to be our first strategy. Now I looked at my other solo run, and as I mentioned previously, the other solo run was Guy, and I think this is another difference between Guy and Maria, and why doing a solo challenge run with Maria is that much more difficult. Maybe not a solo challenge run. If I had trained Maria to be a mage, she would probably be a much more powerful than just physical attacks. So let's take a look at stats. Now Dee here has 42 agility, which is her biggest asset, and I'm not talking about those assets. Strength of 28, which is I would consider above par for sure. 28 strength on Dee, especially with my strategy of just running away from everything that I didn't need to fight, is pretty good. So imagine if we had Guy here, he would already be at 43 strength. That plus 15 strength makes a huge difference. Why? I will just shortly get to it. We don't care about evade. In a solo challenge run, evade is always going to be sky high. Vitality 30 is fine. She hardly gets any chance to gain HP, so vitality doesn't really matter in terms of HP growth. Of course, it plays a part in magic defense. Speaking of magic defense, you've got 4-73%. I don't know how that 73% came to be. How does she have 73% magic defense? Alright. I think the white robe grants a significant amount of magic defense as well as a tiara. I need to keep that in mind. I did not know that the tiara actually grants magic defense. Let's take a look at how much. She had 73%, right? Without the tiara, she has 60. Wow, dude, 10% magic defense? I mean, magic evade, magic defense percent. Wow, I'm definitely keeping this around. I primarily use the tiara for lightning resistance. Half damage, more than half damage. Rather less than half damage from lightning based spells. Thieves Gauntlets for that agility, white magic, white robe for protection against literally every status in Final Fantasy 2. So what we are struggling here with Dee is her strength stat. Let's give it one more go, shall we? With the same setup that we had before. Instead of the tiara, this time I will give her the power helmet. So that bumps her strength up to 38. That makes a very big difference. Now she has a Gaia sword right now, which is why her accuracy shows 9-96. We were planning to use the blood sword, weren't we? Blood sword is pretty much the only viable, no, not the only viable strat, but one of the most viable strats that we have currently. So with the blood sword, not only does damage decrease, but that's not the point of the blood sword to begin with. Accuracy goes to 38%, which is quite respectable, I must admit. Let's take the power helmet off and let's equip the tiara, which is what I had last time, where I was struggling. Her accuracy is 28%. Look at that. Even though she has a sword level of 9, which means that essentially sword is going to roll 9 times to determine how many times she actually gets a hit in. That 28% makes it very, very unlikely that she actually gets any hits in, which is why we saw last time with the blood sword she was only getting like 1 or 2 hits. And since the blood sword does percentage based damage, the more HP the enemy has, the more we will regain back. And based on the Gigas's HP, we were draining about between 100 and 200 HP per round, which was definitely not enough if he's going to continue spamming his Boulder 3 and fire single target spells. So this time I'm going to switch up the strategy. Not only am I going to be using that power boost from the power helmet, also I'm going to be using the ancient sword. Let's see how well the ancient sword does. Ancient sword is, I won't say as abusive as the blood sword. The blood sword is very, very effective on high HP enemies. Doesn't matter how much defense, of course, provided they are not undead. But we're gonna try the ancient sword this time. Ancient sword, basically what we are hoping for is that it inflicts curse. And what curse does is technically it halves the enemies, well, whoever is inflicted with curse, it halves all of their stats, excluding evade and something else. I think magic evade as well. Hello Thorio, how's it going? Are you at work right now? I remember the good old days where you used to join me for Final Fantasy 2 during your lunch breaks. I'm home. Okay. Alright, it's almost time for a stream. I forgot how late it was. Man, I got stuck in a big traffic jam and I'm just so tired. In fact, this Gigas is not the first time we've actually ran up against a wall in this challenge run. If you remember back in Mysidia Cave, we actually died to those ghosts, or did we? I think, and I don't think we died to those ghosts. They never used Arrow 16 single target. Well, they died pretty much in one shot, so they weren't a big problem. But do remember that the ghosts can use single target Arrow 16. Hey, let us relax in the world of FF2. Yep, FF2 is always my go-to. But how's it going otherwise? What you been up to? Is Xenogears finally finished or... Oh no, you said you were only halfway through, right? Can we run from this encounter? Let me remember. Mysidia Tower, Devil Flower. I think we can run from them. Yep. I think in the next dungeon we cannot run from Devil Flowers. Maybe there's a long day at work. Oh, that makes 2 of us. So you're not going to be streaming today, or what? I would say for someone as professional as you, a long day at work is not a good enough excuse to skip stream. And I'm actually not sure when I'm at Xenogears. MF is pretty final. But sometimes RPGs do that, you know. I don't trust like that. Exactly. You can't really trust RPGs like that. I'm really lucky getting into all runnables here. I just want to be done with this Gigas encounter. Yeah, I'm gonna say today is Xenogears, right? Not sure how tired I'll be by the end of stream, but if I can, I'll be certain to hop in there. Why? Because it's Pokemon. Oh, it's Pokemon today. What you been up to with your Pokemon run? I have not caught any of those streams. All right. So I'm going to switch to the Blood Sword. Where is the Blood Sword? Man, it's going to be one of those days, huh? Every time someone says something in chat, it's going to lag. Damn it, why does this happen? After Super Rough Day, I got like 5 Pokemon killed. Oh my god, I think I remember. Oh no, I think I entered after you got all of your Pokemon killed. I believe that was a run with 2 Maelstroms, wasn't it? But you pulled through. Oh, I don't have any inventory space. Whatever, doesn't really matter. So what's your roster right now? Okay, so to deal with the Kickers, I've got the Ice Shield, which is simultaneously the best shield that we can get right now. So this will halve damage from his fire attacks at least. I have no answer to his boulder attack. Good luck. Yep, you have a good stream, my friend. And I'll hop in if I can, once I'm done with mine. Good luck with yours too, and hope your stream cheers you up. Sure, you're bitching the lane, no problem, man, no problem. You get points for just showing up, that's more than enough. Now I'm guaranteed to have a pretty big challenge on my hands here, which is what I'm looking for, so thank you for that. Please don't let me down. You let me down big time during FF5. Oh shit, forgot to heal up. And I keep forgetting to practice Hell too. Damn it. Let's do this. Please don't ambush. Nope, ambush. Yep. Thorio Curse. And of course he's gonna use that rock attack. So, very first thing we're gonna do is gonna inflict Curse. Now because of that power helmet and that plus 10 strength, I believe that just slightly pushes puts our accuracy slightly over the threshold, so we should be reliably able to curse this guy. 3 hits cursed, yep. So now you see the kind of damage he's doing. That fire 16 single target did less than 100 damage. Now that is something. Curse is basically the equivalent of Mighty Guard for us. Now I have 2 options here. Should I prefer the Blood Sword or should I take a risk? Let me YOLO this. I'm just gonna hit him with the Flame Sword. How much damage is this? 500 damage, not bad. Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage, but we can heal back. I don't need to rely on the Blood Sword for this. Oh, why did I use it on him? we should be able to heal back more than 56 HP, which is what he is doing with his fire attack. Let's see how much damage he does when he uses that boulder attack. Nope, still spamming fire. Okay. Note that he is not using his physical attack, which is quite the surprise. That's a boulder attack for about 120 damage. Previously it was doing over 300 damage, so that's how effective Curse is. For us, I mean. And that's how badly you would be screwed if Curse was inflicted on you. There we go. So I was gonna go on a rant about how Dee thinks that she's gonna have it easy for the rest of the game. But you know what? She's probably right. She can get away with this kind of stuff in Final Fantasy 2. And for good measure, she gets some free HP after this battle for not being good enough. And I have to say, without Mac and Charlie, Dee can potentially thrive. But yeah, jokes apart, what I was gonna say is this is a problem with evasion tanking. The problem is that unless you manually grind HP, by endgame you're probably not gonna have enough to tank these kind of hits. Where's my bottle? Okay, now it's time for some inventory management. Holy crap. Why have I not sold off these things? When I probably have enough cash to not worry about, selling these. Ninja suit. I probably don't need the ninja suit, but before throwing off any of the actually valuable stuff, I will throw away Giant. Yeah, the Giant helmet is no longer serves me any purpose. Giant's helmet grants plus 10 to strength, which I'm already getting with the power helmet. In addition to that, the power helmet also grants me immunity against, what is it? Poison? Not sure. I need to look that up. Normally, I have the tiara equipped on the head slot, because when I'm doing a solo, it's either Firion or Guy, and both of them have enough attack to actually not. Jesus, Puzzle, you scared me. Okay, come on. Why would I have that? The feeling when literally no commands are there at all. How's it going, dude? Haven't heard about your laptop these few days, so I'm assuming that you are having fun with it. It's going good. Cool. So I'm going to avoid using the blood sword as far as possible, but no guarantees. As we just saw, D is just not good enough. It's way to be refunded. Oh, I see. So you have gone ahead with that plan. What's the new one that you've ordered? On Friday, I'm buying a proper one. Okay. So do you actually get cash refunds instead of credits? That's nice. Here it's very rare to actually get cash refund. I think Amazon is the only one that offers it. I can probably throw away the winged swords. Another ice shield. Okay, I can probably throw away that. Whatever, I still have one slot. What do these guys have? Wisdom, will. Charlie has will and wisdom. And what about Edward? Edward has nothing. I could probably give him some crap. Yeah, you take the wing sword. And something in his item slots. What can I give him in the item slots? I'm not going to give him the blood sword because if he leaves, he's going to take the blood sword with him. Unlimited to get a refund, and they said 3 to 5 days. Guess who is complaining? Oh, that's really good. I'll give him a couple ethers. The good old inventory management. I don't really need the ninja suit. Don't care about the Gaia sword anymore. The flame sword is just better. And I don't think there are any enemies who the Gaia sword is actually effective against. Wing sword is just plain weak at this stage in the game. Power vest. Nope. The black robe has me covered in terms of body armor, so I don't need the power vest, I don't need the ninja vest, and it's not as if I have other characters I need to equip. It's one of the most convenient things about a solo run. I'll keep the tiara for aforementioned reasons. Everything else I can just sell, including the power glove. Power glove, once again, just like the power helmet, grants plus 10 to strength, so I think I will keep this around. The power glove and the tiara versus the power helmet and Thieves glove form a good combination actually. I never thought about it. And the blood sword, of course. So everything else can move down. Thank you very much. Okay. Inventory management. I'm not exactly OCD about it, but it's just a lot more convenient having the space where it is. So puzzled, now that we are coming to the end of August, I was wondering, how far along are you in your Blue Dragon playthrough? And what is it that you recommend? Should I go ahead with sorry, not Blue Dragon, what am I talking about? I don't have access to Blue Dragon. Dragon Quest 9, that's what I was talking about. You're gonna play it and tell me whether I would actually enjoy it, whether I would like to stream that. Otherwise, my default fallback is Final Fantasy 8. I was considering Final Fantasy 8, Gaia. I'll be doing Blue Dragon on stream. Cool. So that's gonna be the first thing, eh? Better have everything ready. TQ9 could be grindy. I'll take that as a no then. So starting August, I'll be doing Final Fantasy 8 then. But now I'm very strong. Oh god, what a ridiculous encounter. I'm so glad that aims are runnable. That's another thing that the Lamia's... No, I'm mixing Final Fantasy 5 again. Lamia's Terra does not grant protection against confusion, but the white robe does, so I don't really care about the imps, and this fight is unrunnable. God damn it. Probably not grindy, but then why did you grind in the first place? You obviously hit a part of the game where you had to grind to get through, but then the subsequent parts of the game you are finding easier, so what does that say? But yeah, Wanted ability points. Ah, the good old conundrum of Final Fantasy V as well. Since you are looking for ability points primarily, might as well get experience as well. But why did you want ability points even? Did you absolutely have to unlock jobs? Whatever jobs you wanted? Did you hit a wall or something? But yeah, regardless, since we are almost at the end of August, I think the safe bet is Final Fantasy VIII, so I'll put below. No thanks. I didn't. No. Okay. You're just that kind of a power grinder. Better be overpowered than constantly getting your head smashed in, or even the chance of it. At least for my first playthrough, I'm the opposite. I like to see what exactly in the game is challenging, and then decide if I want to not deal with it or otherwise. But yeah, looks like FF8 is a safe bet. I'll go for Blue Dragon, to be honest. Oh, you torture me. I seriously thought that my primary challenge would be actually being able to emulate Blue Dragon, but then to find out that it's just flat out not possible. Yeah, that was pretty disheartening, not gonna lie. Heck, I would have even considered buying a stronger PC just to be able to emulate PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 and Xbox games. But even if I had one, Blue Dragon would just not have been possible. In fact, I was looking into it, and I don't even know how Matt managed to emulate 3DS. I couldn't emulate 3DS with the emulator that they have. But again, maybe might be just my PC. 3DS is a relatively recent platform after all. Another sword upgrade, and this is just slightly stronger than the flame sword. Well, the flame sword. Nice. 72 to 81, yeah, just 9 points stronger. Do we want to keep the flame sword in hand? I don't think so. The only reason I have the mage staff is to deal with those annoying slime encounters. Now that I think about it, can we even get those slime encounters in Mysteria Tower? Has it been that long since I played FF2 that I've forgotten all this stuff? Surely not. Whatever. I don't think that we can run into red slimes in Mysteria Tower. So I'll go ahead and swap the mage staff. Look who it is! I like the flame sword to one-shot those bombs. Isn't that the best sprite in the world? I think so. Who the hell designed this stuff? Absolutely adorable. Giga sprite, the bomb sprite. Both are just so amazing. Free magic defense here for us. These guys are trying to explode, and since they are at full HP, they're not able to. But their magic, they're effectively targeting D with their explosion spell. And although it says ineffective, it still acts as a targeting. So we get experience for that, magic defense experience for that. Oh, these ambushes. So yeah, I was talking about the difference between a Guy solo run and a Maria solo run, and I think it's pretty that the struggle I had with the Red Gigas pretty much epitomizes why a Maria solo run is slightly more of a challenge than a Guy solo run, simply because Guy has that 10 extra power, which makes a huge difference. Of course, if I had actually not been absent-minded and remembered to equip the power helmet instead of Lamia's tiara on D, she probably wouldn't have suffered in the first place. And I also miscalculated how much damage the Gigas would do with his fire spell. So that was completely on me. I don't know what I was thinking there, to be honest. I keep saying how many tools Final Fantasy 2 has, and in the end, if I'm gonna forget it myself, what use am I? Alright, so Ice Gigas is actually in many ways weaker than the Fire Gigas. For one reason alone. His ice spell is actually multi-target. He still has a boulder spell, because of which we need to inflict him with curse ASAP. But at these sword levels it should be reliable. I was just going to say it's reliable, and she did not inflict curse. God damn it, D! But yeah, this is the major difference between Maria and Guy, or even Firion. Firion only has 5 extra power, but I found that it makes a huge difference. If not in terms of damage output, definitely in terms of accuracy, because your strength plays a role in accuracy, and because weapons like the Blood Sword, the Ancient Sword, and the Sleep Sword are terribly inaccurate and also terribly useful at the same time, it makes a huge difference, especially with the biased RNG in Final Fantasy 2. I got another ice sword. Never mind. I just don't have the inventory space for it. Should probably heal up, shouldn't I? Nah. We're fine. What valuable treasure does this treasure box hold? Seriously? Oh my god. Stupid undead monsters. Heal is at 2. I was gonna look up heal, wasn't I? Whatever, we need heal at 3, but first let me dispatch of these guys. Crowd control required here. Oh man, I missed these slow ass animations. You got a group of 8 monsters. You can just cast a fire spell and go to the bathroom and come back, and it still would be executing. This must have been one of the first things they changed in Final Fantasy 3. Holy crap. The worst offenders are those yellow souls. If you get ambushed by 6 of them, it's going to take a good 10 minutes for them to stop casting fire finally. Of course, it goes by a lot faster in a solo run because they are effectively only using it on one person. The Spectres have slightly more HP than the Revenants, so I think the 3 Revenants will die first, and once only the 2 Spectres are remaining, then I will take that opportunity to use Heal 2 once. Oh, good. This is actually ideal. That thing is probably alive with 1 HP. So why I waited until this moment is because Heal 2 is effectively a waste of a turn. And in order to in order to be time efficient, it's better if there's just one enemy attacking you, isn't it? Speedrun strats! Intelligent up! Oh right, she used black magic. Thankfully, vitality did not go down. Okay. What important treasure is there? Can't hold anymore. Damn it. I don't want to. I don't want to throw away anything. It's such a waste. Ice gloves. Waste of time. Even though they would probably sell for a lot more than the other stuff I have. I should probably throw away the wing sword first and foremost. And we get a potion! Oh my god, that was so worth it. Full disclosure, I already knew that was gonna be a potion, okay? Thankfully they replaced it with an elixir in the remakes. Just imagine, well, we don't have to imagine, we already know that this game's devs are trolls. But yeah, I've already mentioned the amazing difference between Guy and Maria in terms of how easy one is over the other, and vice versa. The difference, arguably Firion is the easiest. Oh shit, we actually have. Oh crap. So my question about whether or not we have slimes in Mysteria Tower is answered here. We do indeed have slimes. Okay, point noted, Your Honor. Thankfully, D does have magic spells, so we're not completely at a loss here. This is an unrunnable fight. Otherwise, I would turn tail and run. I'm not going to stand for this. What just happened? Did I single target that spell? Wow, dude. Waste of time here. Waste of MP while I'm at it. Seriously, most of the playtime in Final Fantasy II just goes in these spell animations. If you are actually using mages. I guess that's yet another reason to prefer physical attacks. This is going to take a good 3 or 4 turns. These things have 370 HP. The black ones. And the red ones are not weak to fire. How much damage are we doing? Multi-target? 20 damage. And those guys have 100 HP? Or 90 HP? I think they have 100 HP. So they by themselves are going to take 5 turns. Forget about the black plants. Or pudding rather. Pudding and jam. I'm burning the pudding and jam to a crisp. We'll have a nice meal after this. Okay, note to self, equip the mage staff so that I can avoid shit like this. In fact, even the mage staff probably won't help in this situation because of how many puddings there are. I'm actually surprised that the red thing died before the black thing. Well, since we only have 2 enemies remaining and they will probably die next turn, I will take this opportunity to uselessly use heal 2. Once I get heal 2 up to level 3, that's at least one less thing I have to keep track of. I still don't know exactly why I need level 3, but I do know that I need level 3 in a solo challenge run. Level 4 is for Toad and level 5 is for Petrification. which if either of which if you are inflicted with, it's a game over. So not that it matters. We're never gonna have an opportunity to heal from Toad or petrification for obvious reasons. Mate staff. Did I throw away the main staff? No. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep it just in case. I'll keep it around. Thankfully she got some MP, so I'm not complaining. The Wizard Staff. This is pretty hilarious in the NES version. The Wizard Staff casts single target poison 16. However, the catch is that it'll randomly select the target. Much like a berserker. And just like a berserker, just like in Final Fantasy V, it looks like every encounter in Final Fantasy II has one fake target called Empire. I don't know what it's called in this translation. Actually, this is a good chance to find out. It'll just randomly select a target. I don't think it can target allies, but one of the enemies. The Wizard Staff will randomly select one of the enemies, including the fake targets I was talking about. And it will attack them. And more often than not, it seems to attack the Empire, which is the non-existent target in the fight. That is pretty funny. That is pretty funny. I'm not 100% sure whether it can target allies too. I don't think it will target allies, but I'm going to take that risk anyway, just to see what Empire is called in this translation. Maybe it's called Empires. That would make sense. Where's the Wizard Staff? Let's check it out next fight, shall we? Can't hold it. Of course you can't. Extra ice shield probably can go. Ice armor can go. I'd have no use for the Gaia sword anymore. Where's the wing sword? Yeah, wing sword can go. Power armor can also go. Yeah, I'll just clean everything up actually. Again, not like I need the money, but I could use the money to buy elixirs later on. So as you can see, with the number of swords I have right now, the game just starts throwing all kinds of powerful swords at you at this stage in the game. I guess it's a way of rewarding anyone who stuck with swords for this long. Just like you get the flame bow at the end of this cave. Oh god. Oh god. Not an ambush. We're gonna be in this fight for a while. Not like that's a surprise. At least we can one-shot these things. Remember how difficult it was to get any kind of damage on the red soul? I would actually like to use a Wizard Staff, but these assholes actually absorb poison. So I'm going to whittle them down until there's only one or two things left. And then we'll experiment with the Wizard Staff. 356, that is so close. God damn it. 370 HP. Maybe one or two more points of intelligence would have helped. Nah, probably not. Multipliers in the NES version work very differently to the remakes. Note to self, Maria D is running out of MP. Surprising amount of MP usage here. We'll probably leave just that one pudding. So let's try the wizard staff now. It's worth mentioning that every weapon, if used as an item, has a finite chance to break, a non-zero chance to actually break. Yeah, it's called the Empire! Oh my god! Okay, never mind. Red Soul. Red Soul! What? So it can actually even target enemies that are no longer there. So much for just fake targets, huh? Pudding. Which pudding? Some other pudding. Ineffective. Wow. I don't know if it's a bug or if this is intentional. Once again, you attack the Empire. The wizard staff really seems to go after the Empire a lot. What would be even more funny is if all of this damage would add up against the final boss. Never mind, I think we had enough fun with this. Let's finish this guy off. Before that, let's use Heal 2 again. I wasn't kidding when I said we're gonna be in this battle for a while. So it seems that it's preferable to use the wizard staff at the beginning of battle, because it also seems to target enemies that have also already died. Okay, as we can see, wizard staff completely useless here. I will replace that with an ether, because she does need some MP. I just need to remember to actually use that ether. Main staff might come in handy. Wait, that was cobweb, right? Who cares about a cobweb? All kinds of useless stuff interspersed with actual good stuff like sandals. Unicorn, nope. Unicorn horn. This unicorn horn is basically dispel if you think about it. A dispel that doesn't necessarily work. Problem in a solo run is if you're inflicted with any status ailment, why the hell would you use I mean, you probably wouldn't be in a position to use unicorn. And I'm talking about confusion. All other status ailments, no, actually even paralysis is pretty debilitating, isn't it? If you're inflicted in a solo challenge run, if you're inflicted with sleep or what? Paralysis or confusion, you are unable to use items anyway. So getting an item that will let you heal from that is a waste of time. In addition to that, in the NES version of Final Fantasy 2, you can only use items on yourself. You can't use items on an ally. So that compounds the misery. Even if this was not a solo challenge run, you won't be able to do that in this version at least. Alright. No prizes for guessing who the next boss is going to be. We've dealt with a fire Gigas, we've dealt with an ice Gigas, and now it's time for the thunder Gigas, who is unarguably the most difficult of the three of them. So for this guy, I'll actually have both the ancient sword and the blood sword, just in case. Just in case things go really south, I'm going to switch to the blood sword. We'll play it a bit risky, but not too much, okay? Let's see what he opens with. So this guy will also use single target thunder damage, which does a lot of damage. If I had the diamond shield, that would be ideal. I don't have the diamond shield. Probably should have saved up the diamond shield from what was that? The ship. Hey, wait a minute. I do have lightning protection. What am I thinking? The Lamia's Tiara, yeah, that gives us protection against lightning elemental spells. And it also grants us plus 10 agility, so we no longer need the Thief's Glove, which is why I was talking about the combination of the Tiara and the power gloves. Power Glove will give us plus 10 to, well, power or strength, so that offsets the 10 loss from the Power Helmet. Yeah, this is the first time I'm actually using this combination. Normally what I do is just use the Power Helmet and Thief's Gloves. Now that I remember, Power Helmet grants you immunity against confusion, but we got immunity against confusion with the White Robe anyway. So I'm glad I held on to the Lamia's Tiara. Let's do this. We have protection against lightning, but still it'll do about 300 damage. It's nothing here. Oh, she's facing the wrong way. Let me just make sure I'm absolutely prepared for this. Ice Shield, Ice Sword, Ancient Sword, Blood Sword, White Robe. I could potentially use the Hermes Sandals or something like that. But do I want to waste the Hermes Shoes on this fight? Probably not. I would prefer to use it on more important boss battles down the road. Because the Hermes Sandal also has a non-zero chance of breaking. Anyway, let's do this. So, as long as it's not an ambush, okay. First thing to do is to curse him. Otherwise, this guy can live hard. Alright, cursed. Awesome. He's only using his physical attack. We don't care about physical attacks. Seriously, you're not going to use any magic? Apparently not. He's got single target Thunder 16, and of course, like all the other Kikisses, he's got that Boulder 9 attack, but once he's cursed, they're all harmless. I'm really oh, there we go. 90 damage! What? So remember, that damage is halved. Not only because of curse, but halved again because I have lightning protection. Wow, dude. I can't believe this. Thunder 16 without any kind of restriction. Not restriction. Well, without any kind of resistance against it, can do 600 damage from this guy. That's not to be taken lightly. Right now it's only doing 90 damage with it, which is, well, hardly a scratch. But yeah, I'm really ashamed that I didn't even think about the Ancient Sword last time. What was I doing? And after I have clearly demonstrated how useful the Wizard Staff is, the Thunder Kikis is kind enough to drop another one. Thank you very much, you asshole. Need to use an ether. Oh no, another unrunnable fight. Seriously, we can't... What? We can't one-shot a Chimera at this stage? I'm very disappointed. I was going to complain that she doesn't have strength boosting equipment, but she does have strength boosting equipment. Again, I can't stress this enough how valuable strength is in a run where you are relying very heavily on physical attacks. And why wouldn't you? Let me just kill off the Chimera and then we'll take the opportunity to use an Ether. There we go, a critical hit deals with them well enough. Ether and also practice Hell 2. I should have done that first. Whatever, doesn't matter, doesn't really matter. At least we can one-shot that guy. He's definitely weak to ice. What could a chest all the way up here possibly contain? Surely this is not a monster in a box. I don't know why I'm bothering healing up. In treasure box you found Nuke! Oh nice. Nuke is of course named after what? Wow, I got off easy here. This fight can contain, I think it can contain 2 Gotos, and Gotos are really tanky. Whatever. Just one evil bud who will go down in 2 shots. Ash, what? Did not go down in 2 shots. Very well. I believe the nuke spell sells for a lot, so I'll just go ahead and sell it, not planning to use it myself. But that was an underwhelming monster in a box. All speaks about the random nature of this game. Finally you one-shot a Chimera. Without a crit, that too. I suppose it's all damage ranges. Come on, Hell 2, get up to level 3 already. Antidote? No thanks. But yeah, a Furion solo is probably the easiest. Because as long as you are not being stupid like me, Time Cube. Oh, that's a nice name. Got a Time Cube. What are we playing? Chrono Trigger? Time Cube, also called as Egg Timer? I think the fan translation called it Egg Timer, which is arguably funnier. Egg Timer. Cast stop on enemy. Stop is not as useful as you would think. Oh come on, why do I have to deal with this? Why do they have things like gas and raids even at this stage? Again, they're just trying to troll you. It's unrunnable, low level enemies with a couple of relatively high level enemies mixed with. God damn it, we need 4 full turns in order to kill those revenants even. If I was just using a physical attack, it would take me 8 turns to kill to finish this entire encounter. I'm just trying to save 1 or 2 turns at this rate. So 4 turns to kill the revenants. And I think it takes 6 turns to kill the wraiths. So I might as well just use physical attacks these last 2 turns. Or no, 4 turns was enough. Not for this guy. This is ideal then. Gives me an opportunity to practice Hell too. And I completely forgot about shield. Well, once we get the white robe, the shield spell not too useful. Shield also called barrier. Honestly, when I first saw the name shield, I thought it was more like the protect spell. But I think protect is called something else. But yeah, I was talking about Firin Solo, right? The great advantage you have with Firin Solo is as long as you are taking most of the random encounters, you have a good chance of gaining a lot of agility, and the more agility Firin has, the less likely you are to get ambushed. Honestly, as we have seen, ambushes are not too big of a problem, but they will become a much bigger problem later on. Especially with boss fights, so there is literally nothing stopping a boss from ambushing you either. There's no difference between a boss fight and a random encounter, on that count at least. Speaking of boss, I should probably heal up. So here's something I wanted to find out. Here is something I wanted to find out. Hang on. So I'm gonna have the flame sword and the ancient sword. I have the ice sword handy. Okay, let's fight this blue dragon after healing up. The treasure we found the black robe. The black robe is actually quite useful, but oh my god! I completely forgot this has boss music. Oh, Mage Rage. Alright, so what exactly is it that I want to find out? Right now I have the ice sword, right? Okay, this guy, I think he's a 2-trick pony, either physical attacks or he will use Ice 16. Ice 16 multi-target. So multi-target is not that great damage. So I want to find out how much does Ice 16 do? Come on, use Ice 16. I am purposely avoiding inflicting him with curse right now. Nope, he's not gonna cooperate. Seriously, guy? Come on. Come on, man. I think it's a 30% chance of him using Ice 16. So I'm really getting unlucky. Or lucky if you want to look at it that way. This is ridiculous. Why couldn't that damn Gigas have constantly spammed physical attacks? At this rate, I'm gonna kill the dragon without even needing to use the ancient sword. He does have like 3500 HP or something like that. Come on, use Ice Spell. For the sake of science! No? Are we stuck in an RNG loop by any chance? What if I try to run? might be stuck in an RNG loop. I don't know exact details of what the hell an RNG loop is, but I asked Jaya once, and apparently it's possible that the game keeps rolling the same RNG again and again. And by the looks of it, there we go. Blizzard for 148 damage. Yikes! That was multi-target, mind you. Imagine how much damage that would have on a single target. Alright, now I'm gonna switch to the Flame Sword and hope he uses Blizzard again. Now because the Flame Sword is actually... there we go. Blizzard... okay, 158. Myth busted. The Flame Sword does not grant immunity, rather resistance to ice. Okay, got it. However, the Flame Sword is super effective against the dragon, so might as well go ahead and use the Flame Sword. It's not... it only did a little more damage than the Ice Sword. So let's go with the standard fare, inflict him with Curse so that his defense is effectively halved. We don't care about how much damage he's doing to us. Oh, now he uses ice. You see that damage difference? That was like 1/3. How debilitating is Curse? Without Curse, he was doing 150 damage roundabouts, and once I inflicted him with Curse, damage went to 50. Maybe that was just a bad roll, but Curse is just that good. Curse is just that good, and because of that, the Ancient Sword and the Blood Sword are boss killers. Hardly any monster in this game has any respectable amount of evade. So even if you can't land a status spell, even if you can't land any magic spells on them, for whatever reason, you can always land a physical hit on them. Almost always. Be lizard. Be human. Oh no! It's Minwoo! What's up, Minwoo? We have literally crossed the entire earth to search for you here right now. I was waiting! I will pour all of my magic force to this door. Okay? If well done, it should open. Now, step back! If well done, it should open. So are you giving yourself a chance to say that you did not do it well? Mingwoo! Mingwoo! I have used my power too much. It's almost as if we saw this coming. I need to rest. Go ahead of that door. Mingwoo! Rip Mingwoo! Press F to wear... What? Hey, I was enjoying that theme. Damn it. Apparently, this version of the game automatically takes you past that door. Crystal Onsword. Strength be with you. Strength gained. Of course, these crystals can grant any one of the 4 their attributes. So let's hope everything goes to D. Strength of 39. No, she did not gain any strength. So yeah, that's the caveat of these crystals. It can even go to dead characters. Willpower be with you. Willpower gained. I don't really care about willpower, but why not? Will is 33. Did she have 30? How much will did she have? I think she had 33. I don't know. Maybe she got will. Intelligence be with you. I would greatly like if she got intelligence. Intentions are 28. No, she did not. And finally, agility, beauty. What about agility? Agility doesn't really matter. Not really. 42. She did not gain agility either. She got will, which was the most useless thing out of all of these 4 stats for me, the way I am playing this at least. Crystal answer. This sealed magic spell be with you. Received crystal spell, the crystal book. And it's gonna forcibly kick us out of the tower. Alright, wow. Okay. So this was definitely not as big of a challenge as I was making it out to be. I can finally get rid of the maid stuff. And just for the lawns, obviously I'm going to learn Ultima. T is going to learn the incredible power of sealed magic. S capital, M capital. Okay. Now that the Tower of Mystery has done, one very important change in the world is that all of the random encounters are now updated, as we shall soon find out right now. So look at that. On the sea now we can encounter electric fish. How quaint. I'm going to avoid the land encounters as much as possible because they are pretty brutal. What the hell is that up north? Let's go check the town out first. Where are all the people? Damn it, what happened? Ah, Mommy! D? Is that your illegitimate child? Something you want to talk about? Tornado suddenly appeared and swallowed everything. God damn it. The tornado is basically Leviathan plus plus. Serpent, ancient sword. Sell the wizard stuff, don't care about that. Nuke sells for 20,000 bucks. Yes, please. We don't want the black robe. Curse. I would actually hold on to this. I'm not entirely sure whether Hell 2 can cure Curse. Mage Staff can go for sure. And is that it? Is that all I could sell? But I had a lot more crap in my inventory. I'm gonna keep these Hermes sandals just in case. As I said before, the Hermes sandals basically double your... No, they don't double. That's haste from FF5. Well, they will add to the number of rolls that you get while calculating accuracy for physical attacks. So that'll help with the blood sword and the ancient sword. I don't care about how much damage I'm doing based on the number of hits I'm getting, but I do care about how many hits I get with the blood sword or the ancient sword, which is what determines whether an enemy is inflicted with curse or how much HP we drain from that guy. So arguably for Maria, the Hermes sandals are far more important than for either Firion or Guy. So you see, in this way, if you follow this approach, Maria can I won't say challenging, but she can definitely be not as easy or convenient as playing solo with Firion or Guy. However, the reverse is also true. If you are playing as a mage, then probably Maria is your go-to of choice. If you're playing, if you want a red mage, Firion is probably the best bet. But Final Fantasy II, by its very core mechanics, disincentivizes playing as a red mage because of the stats going down thing. Hey Paul, just stand there for a moment. I've got him cornered. Can't do anything this time. It's a tornado. Let's go check out the castle now. Fingers crossed I don't get a random encounter. I'm gonna save regardless. Ah, lovely music. Man, I miss this music. Altea and Poft are destroyed by the Emperor's tornado. Finn will not be able to hold out for another tornado. So the tornado has already come and gone through Finn, eh? Are we helpless with the Emperor's power? The Emperor made that tornado with his power. Translation seems to have kind of become better as we progress through the game. Impossible to get into that tornado. You'll be torn off and ripped apart. I'll be torn off like a piece of bread. The Emperor is in the tornado. And I can't even fault any grammar in that because the Emperor, he's right. The Emperor is literally inside that tornado. Maybe they should have said the Emperor is the tornado. What do you have to say? Let us do our best to return the peace. These guys have no idea about the tornado. Second floor of Castle Finn? Yeah, like I didn't know. You guys say the same thing? Saloon? This is a saloon, yes. Wow, these guys have no idea about the tornado. Maybe the tornado only affected the ground floor. What? Hello. Tornado attacked Altea, Katia, Palm, Poft, and now coming to this. I was just talking about the translation, wasn't I? And now we get this gem again. Coming to this Finn. Now! But we can learn tornado. So Hilda, what is this tornado? The Emperor must be controlling the tornado himself. Yo Gordon. I am glad that you came back with the spell of Xtal. But we will be swallowed by tornado in no time. So what exactly is your point? Okay, what is this tornado? Give me some more details. The only way to get into it is to fly. But I can't help you with that. I got lost by the shipwreck. I missed you. Oh my god. Layla flirting with D again? What is it? What is this? First it was Hilda, who was actually the Lamia Queen. Now it's Layla. What is up with all these women in this run? Damn it, Layla! I had high hopes for you. You were to be mine. Next run, I promise. Next run when she's gonna be Faris. Right, so we're gonna take a hint from Gordon and find out a way to fly into the tornado. This is where that dragon comes in. The mirror is on the 3rd floor, thank you very much. Does he always say that? I think he always says that. Shiny mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the... I don't remember what that is. Light from the luminous pendant is gathered into the mirror. And then after a lot of flashes... A dragon on the mirror! What? Dragon from that egg! Dragon is coming fast towards Finn. He's coming fast, alright. Now we have both Dragoon and Dragon together. Yay, I suppose. And no victory fanfare for this. Whatever, we can actually equip the dragon. So what I'm going to do is to save up on inventory space. I'm gonna equip the dragon on Edward. Spoony Dragoon. Now let's fly into the tornado and see what horrors await within. Man, whatever happened to the wonky translation? Any updates? Mirrors on the sofa. Nope, nothing about the dragon. I guess only Hilda and Gordon react. Maybe nobody else knows about this, about the fact that all the Dragoons were wiped out. Or rather the fact that we actually managed to save a dragon. Oh! A dragon! Seems like a little child though. I hope the dragon's wings can tolerate the power of the tornado. You said it's such a little child. Whatever. It is not that windy at the eye of that tornado. So you mean to say we can totally make it? It is not that windy in the eye of the tornado. So essentially what we have to do is navigate through the buffs on the edges of the tornado and then make it to the eye. I guess that's what he's trying to say. Alright, I'm quite sure I'm gonna get a overworld encounter. Oh god, this is horrible. Freaking sorcerers in the back row, man. At least it wasn't an ambush, so something to be glad for. Osmos, eh? No, that was Fizz, so that's Drain. Wait, why am I worried? I have the white robe. These guys literally can't touch me. They don't have single target spells. Yeah, look at that. Drop 6. That is death spell basically. Feels bad, man. Can't one shot us, Captain. But because those assholes are in the back row, they get a lot of pot shots at you. Now that we finally got them in the front row, I'm gonna prioritize them. Can't even use magic in this fight because none of these guys have any elemental weaknesses. In fact, I can't even take advantage of any elemental weakness apart from fire. All the other spells are still level 1. This really shows that physical attacks in this game are still OP. Oh my god, look at all of these drops. Don't really want any of them. Inventory is far more important than money right now. I did not save! Fortunately, we can exit out of here, so it's not a big deal. Returns as much as the magic level. What does that even mean? Devil's, yeah, this is what I was confused about. Devil's Bloom in this dungeon are actually unrunnable. So we gotta fight them the difficult way. At least it gives D more chances to gain strength, which I would say at this point in the game is the only thing she's lacking. No, not the only thing, but in addition to strength, I would also like HP, but fat chance for that. Any enemy which only uses physical attacks, any enemy which uses only physical attacks or uses multi-targeting weak spells is not really a threat. But they will be end game. They will be end game. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. So we're already starting to see the blue dragon. The blue dragon did 150 damage with a multi-targeting spell. So that's a sign of things to come. Keep that in mind. Apart from that, we saw that only single target spells are any threat, and even those which are only high level. So if the ghosts, if I get into an encounter with ghosts and they decide to use Arrow 16 single target, yeah, there's no way I'm surviving unless I have the gold shield equipped, which I would rather not. I don't think we can run into the ghosts now anyway. They're just present in Mysteria Tower and in and around Mysteria. Agility up and intelligence up. Intelligence up is appreciated, but strength D, strength, that somehow she's got horrible strength. Oh well, doesn't really matter right now, as things stand. Damn it, I just healed up. And Poison Axe. So yeah, the reason I got the Warp spell, or rather the Zap spell, is for these kind of situations, where you hit a dead end and you just need to backtrack a couple floors, not more than that. Don't need to backtrack to the entire dungeon. Quite surprising that not getting ambushed as often as I thought I would. Maybe all the ambushes are saved for endgame, eh? I forget the layout. Is this place important? Oh yeah. This place has the diamond gloves. Man, every time... Oh, look at that. There is the ambush. Lamias can ambush. Actually, that makes sense. Lamias are pretty fast. And the chance to ambush is basically determined by looking at the enemy speed versus Furian's speed. Speed in this instance meaning the evade percent. Horseman. Horseman. Well, at least it wasn't corpse. Apparently, the Japanese name for these guys translates to something like bodyguard, dead bodyguard. They're like guarding a dead body, which got translated to corpse in the fan translation. What are they called in the canonical translation? I forgot. Are they called? They're not Black Knights. Dark Knights, perhaps? Either they're called Black Knights or they're called Dark Knights. Either one of these. We got another Zap spell and Unicorn, neither of which I care about. Opal Helmet. All this Opal stuff, which is basically diamond stuff, grants immunity, not immunity, resistance to lightning elemental. Resistances don't really stack, in fact nothing stacks. Oh, can't run, sorry. So being decked out in diamond equipment doesn't really give us any advantages. I guess if you're looking to defense tank, that makes sense. But I think we have long since established that evasion is where it's at. Strength! Yes! Yes! She got 1 point of strength. That is so damn valuable. I just recently proved how valuable 10 points of strength are. Because we are relying on accuracy. The accuracy boosts from strength rather than the extra damage. Oh my god, 2 of these guys. This is gonna take a while. These guys have slightly over 600 HP. And even though I've used the fire spell so consistently, because I've been running away from most of the encounters, it's definitely at a very low level. Not to mention that her intelligence is not something to write home about either. But then again, I already knew. I knew this was gonna happen. These kind of fights were gonna take time. Simply because I've been running away from fights earlier in the game. I guess if nothing else, at least this will help increase Maria's paltry MP pool. But she's got enough MP actually. She's got more than enough MP. Willpower, vitality down, something up, something. At least she gained a fire level. So that will help out tremendously. I will give her an ether next time. Let's go get yet another sword upgrade, shall we? What the hell is this? Amoeba. I think we can run from this guy. Yeah, good. That's a really nice sprite. Amoeba. Bye, Amoeba. Defense sword, one of the best swords in the game. Because just as its name says, well, first of all, it's an upgrade in terms of pure damage. I don't think the defense sword is super effective against any creature type, but unlike other so-called weapons, this sword acts like a shield in terms of. Oh no! There's nothing here. Nothing in this room. A bunch of dead end trap closets. It for purposes of evasion, it acts like a really high-end shield. The defense sword grants 8% of evade per level. 8%. Let that sink in. The top end shield that we have right now, the ice shield, only grants 6% evade. So not only is it straight up better than a shield, but it also does damage. So what I can do is just take off the shield entirely. So let's take a look at this. If you played Final Fantasy V, you would know the double grip ability, which is super useful. You have to sacrifice your shield in order to effectively have double the damage output. That kind of originated here. If you take off a shield, my damage here goes from 88 to 98. So that was only a 10-point increase. So because what essentially taking away the shield does is it acts as if we are double gripping that weapon, and that works for all weapons except bows, of course, which are forced double grip. But still, look at that evade percent, 13-99, still without a shield. That is quite the accomplishment. So we get that extra damage output. The way damage formula is calculated here is in addition to weapon damage, it's half of her strength, which is why it only added 10 points of defense, because she's got shit strength. Let's take this guy on. Oh no, wait. Oh crap, I actually do want the shield. Because I'm planning to switch to the ancient sword. And if I switch to the ancient sword, I will be left defenseless. Wow, okay. Crisis averted. I would have wiped here. Why? Because this is a fight with only one. Normally you get two generals here. These guys are legit one of the most dangerous encounters in the game. If you're not evading all of their hits, these guys get 10 hits first of all. So unless you have evade of 1099, they are pretty much guaranteed to hurt you in some way or another. But they are also very strong and very tanky. Also, they have a good amount of magic evade. So even if you want to make your status spell stick, it's gonna take a while. In the meantime, they are just wailing away at you. In short, these guys are nasty MFs. Look at that. That is damage after curse, eh? 300? Are you kidding me? Okay, that was 800. Need to get my eyes checked out. Three-shotting a general feels good, man. Got a useless opal armor. Anyway, that was a dead end for treasure. The most important of which was obviously the defense sword. No, I don't mind these encounters being unrunnable. I don't mind these encounters. It's just press A to win. What I do mind is that it still takes so damn long. I guess one of the advantages of using magic, especially if you allow yourself to use instant death spells, is you can multicast them, and effectively that's a way of mob control. No matter how many enemies you are faced with, you can potentially one-round the fight, not with physical attacks. And because of the strategy we've been following, it's just like 90, I would say 90% of the encounters in this game are no threat at all. They haven't been a threat since the second dungeon in the game. That's how abusive evasion tanking is. We also have seen the downside though. Unless you go out of your way to grind HP, you're going to be left with what exactly this. We are at endgame and 770 HP. I've seen players have 7000 HP by this stage, but of course, they were woefully ignorant about the game. So can't really complain though. The problem with having only 700 HP right now is magic spells. But still, it was my stupidity that actually caused the Gigas to be some kind of a challenge. The only real challenge is going to come endgame, honestly. In the treasure box you found Wind 5. Wind 5? Where have I heard that before? Is that from Breath of Fire? Where we get the Wind 5? Yeah, I think that's from Breath of Fire. What the hell is a Wind 5? Normally, canonically it's Wind Fruit. Whatever, it's actually pretty useful. I think I'll give that a shot. Ancient sword, and don't forget the shield, otherwise he's gonna pummel me to death. And at 700 HP, there is no way I'm surviving a physical attack. I guess that was the intention all along. Magic is a secondary form of damage, but the primary recourse for enemies is to use physical attack to completely kill you. Farting at D, he's farting at you. Do something about this. Alright, I'm working on it. There you go, 500 damage. Are you happy? I'll let it slide for now. But the room stinks. It's all your fault. Fuck you. He's still not dead? What? How much HP does this thing have? There we go. I just one shot away. Vitality up, HP up, thank you very much. I don't mind that. Oh, charm. Nah, I'm probably never gonna use it. Alright, we are at the final floor. Are we prepared? 130 MP. Ancient sword, ice shield. think we're good. I think we're good. Let's do this. We're gonna be put into a series of 3 back-to-back fights. So we need to prepare for all of them. Do away with them. That is actually proper English. I'm disappointed. I am so disappointed. My last hope is to find out what the Emperor was translated as. Probably Empire. Yeah, he's probably called Empire. Or maybe Empires. The first 2 encounters are just going to be Horseman. So, not much of a challenge. The only problem is because the fights are back to back, you don't get a chance to change around your equipment or heal or anything of that sort. And remember, that's a big deal because in battle we don't have access to shared inventory. How about next? Who's next? Bring it on. Look, more of the same. Also, you can get ambushed, of course. That is always a thing. I swear, when I had Guy, I think I pretty much one-shot these guys. These horsemen. But I would rather attribute it to the fact that I've been running away most whatever fights, whichever encounters I can run away from. So I won't put too much blame on the fact that it's Maria rather than Guy. But yeah, at least I'm glad to know that there are still some amount of well, the game is not as easy as it would be with Furion or Guy. I think that has been made quite clear. Quite good. Now I shall bring you to the oh, nice one, nice one. Now I shall bring you to the death. Please do. Finally we get some wanky dialogue. What is he called, by the way? Wood. Okay, Wood. The Wood Call. Yeah, he's called Empire. So we are fighting a Wood Call, a 2 horseman, and the Empire itself. Fast 8. I don't think that's gonna help you. The worst thing that the Empire can do here is to use Blink. Oh, 10 for a massive 16 damage. Oh my god, how will I deal with that? I did not mean that. Hey, Fire 5 did a respectable 123 damage. Take a lot too for this fight to actually get bad for us. He needs to use Blink and then he needs to use Elixirs. I really don't know what his percentage chance is of doing that, but let's just hope we finish him off pretty quickly. Yeah, look at that, Elixir. He used an Elixir now. It's fine, he doesn't have Blink on, so we have a good amount of damage. Oh, 2-shot! Jesus! That was a boss, by the way. I do not die! Yes, you do. Let's go back to Finn. So, that was the game. We are grateful for you. Let us celebrate! Yeah, sure, why not? It's not as if half the world's population was just recently destroyed. Let us just go ahead and celebrate. Oh, Hilda, I like your positivity. Leila was expressing some interest before. Maybe she can dance with Maria. D rather. Sirs! Dennis, the Dark Lord, became the Emperor! Oh, that is so like Dennis. Just sense an opportunity and he just... How awful! War again. What should we do? And Dennis, who is he? This is so classic, but I can't follow the translation because she literally says that. Dennis, who is he? Hey Layla. I heard that the Dark Lord declared to be the Emperor. But he certainly didn't declare variables. Dennis was the Dark Lord. We'll try to persuade him. He must be under some spell of the Emperor. He should be taking the place of Emperor in the castle of Palakia. Oh, name drop. Palakia. Palakian castle is surrounded by a mountain. You cannot walk. You cannot walk there, you mean? Dennis is Dee's brother. You can't do that. Wait, what exactly is Dee suggesting for that kind of a reaction? Don't worry, Gordon, it's Dennis. But we have to take care of this by ourselves. I knew you would say so. Promise me to come back alive. I can't even laugh at this anymore. What do you know about Palakia? Impregnable fortress. Paul was bragging that he stole in. How do you steal in? You sneak in? Whatever. He stole in. So basically he was stealing stuff from outside and he stole it inside the castle. Interesting. Whatever. Impregnable fortress, eh? This reminds me of a quote from Sir Bronn of Blackwater from Game of Thrones. Give me 10 good men and I will pregnate the bitch. Anyway, so apparently we can't walk. Palakian castle is surrounded by mountains. Why the hell they decided to come out and try their hand at world domination is something we will never know. These guys are still blissfully unaware of what's of the events going on. The empires are not prepared yet. Now is the time to get the Emperor. Empires are not prepared yet. You are the only ones who can enter the Palakian castle. Why? We were just told that we can't enter the Palakian castle. Please defeat the Emperor and bring us back to peaceful days while we just sit here and do jack shit. Must defeat the Emperor and the Palakian Empire. You must do it. Monsters should disappear if you defeat the Emperor. Why would they? Are they somehow intricately tied with him? How do we get in the Palakian castle? Mountains are on our way to the Palakian castle. You mean blocking our way? Let's talk to Paul. Apparently he was bragging about stealing in, whatever the hell that means. When will it be safe? At least you grew up to have a little better grammar. Better than when will us be safe? Dark Lord became the new Emperor? Dennis the Menace. Yeah, I think I need to sell a lot of stuff. I have the Defender, so I no longer need the Flame and the Ice brand. Win 5. You know what? Screw this. 284,000 bucks. I will make sure to stock up on elixirs before I enter the final dungeon. But for now, let's go talk with Paul and see whether he has any information for us regarding Palakia. Emperor is gone, and now what? Dark Lord? Who in the world is that? God damn it, Paul. What do you know about the tornado? What the hell are you talking about? There was no tornado. Palakia, he doesn't know anything about Palakia either. Okay? Oh, right, of course he doesn't know. Oh, look who's here, it's Sid. Oh no. Tornado attacked me in farm. I can't move. And then he proceeds to slowly move to the bed. Very, very slowly. Like, very slowly. Is it okay? I am wounded like this, but my airship is flawless. I will lend it to you until I get better. Remember, only lending. Make sure to take a good care of it. Oh, we will take a good care of it. No, don't worry about that. Sid! Sid! F. That was Sid's last word. Don't you see? He left you his airship. His last word was ugh, if that's even a word. But yeah, he left us his airship. He loved it. Understand his feelings. Not sure what you're implying here, Paul, but what about Palakia? Anything about Palakia? Yeah, he does. Well, let me tell ya, don't be surprised. I flew there by kite. Yeah, maybe you can get there by airship. So he just straight up tells you in this translation. I don't think he directly tells us that we can use the airship to land on Palakia. Well, not land on Palakia, but that is implied by what he meant by flying there with a kite. At least that's how I interpret it. Honestly, first time I played this, I had no idea that you were supposed to land on top of the actual castle. But that's gonna be for next time. I'm incredibly tired. I need to get to bed. Even though I kind of promised Tori I would show up for a stream, probably not gonna happen. You guys have a good day and take it easy. I'll see you next time.